You guys read the title. Today I'm going to be showing you something you need to try before Lego Fortnite patches it, because guys, today we found an insane method to get unlimited fish and also unlimited resources from those fish, and it's literally so easy to do. So stay tuned, because I'm going to walk you through everything you're going to need to know about this and how to set it up in the easiest way possible so you can do this in your own world and take advantage of it. I wouldn't say this is necessarily on the level of a duplication glitch, but still, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't fish much in this game. I mean, it's kind of just a random thing that you do, and I've never fished in this world until this method came out. But enough yapping, let's go. Now, one of the best parts about this is actually the fact that setting it up is very, very easy, and it hardly requires anything at all. And like I said, this is really my first time adventuring with fishing in this world specifically. I've had this world for about 5 months now, so that's kind of crazy to say. But yeah, I've never felt the need to fish, so much so that I just put down my first ever food processor, and that's going to be the first thing you need to do for this method. As you can see here, it's right in the utility stations, but when you pop this down, you can go ahead and start making yourself bait buckets, which is what you're really going to need for this. So if we come over here to the food processor, all you got to go ahead and do is deposit in any fish that you might have. And obviously, if you don't have any fish, then just get to a lake and get a fish and then come back over here. And I kind of messed up. I grinded out the wrong fish, but what you're going to want to go ahead and grind down is going to be any of these common fish here. The orange flopper is nice because it's going to go ahead and give you exactly what you need, which is going to be these fish fillets. Guys, if you already know how to make a bait bucket, then this step is basically useless. You can skip forward in the video, but if you don't know, I also didn't when I streamed the other day, and I had to have my chat help me, so it's kind of embarrassing, but also I'm sure there's a few of you that don't know how to make a bait bucket. Go over here to the food processor, deposit your fish fillet, and out the other side will come some bait buckets in the common rarity. As you can see, it's nothing special, but what we can go ahead and then do with the bait buckets is come over here to the juicer, and I already had the recipe set, but all you got to do is come over here to the recipes. Make sure you deposit in your bait bucket along with some slap juices and some spicy burgers. That'll go ahead and make yourselves the best bait bucket, which is going to be important because that's going to make sure you're getting the best fish possible with this method. Anyway, that's the entire tutorial on the bait bucket. Let's go over to the ocean and continue this, but only move on to this next step when you have your bait buckets ready to go. And now is probably also a good time to mention that you're also going to need some building resources, so just bring some granite or wood with you. But yeah, that's literally it. Bait buckets and some building resources. Okay. Here we go, guys. We've made it over here to our body of water of choice, and you can do this in lakes and the ocean, so it really doesn't matter. There is one difference when you're doing it in different bodies of water, but I'll explain that right now. So what we got to go ahead and do first is go ahead and open up our build menu and pick any floor. Basically, we're just using this to measure exactly how high up we're building this thing, and as you can see, we put our first floor down on the same height as the water, and that's important because we're going to need to go ahead and count how many we build up. So because the ocean has more waves in it, we're going to go ahead and build up 7 here, but keep in mind, if you want to build in a lake, building up just 5 floors like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that'll be just fine for a lake. But like I said, we're gonna build up 7 here today for the ocean. Actually, scratch that. I'm building up 6 right now. Keep in mind, 7 does work, but I want to experiment, and I really do think that 6 will work here. So let's go ahead and just build off of this. Just for you guys who are following along, again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll go ahead and build out from here. And basically, guys, all we're trying to do is throw some bait buckets in between our build, and then the fish will literally jump onto our build, and we could just collect them for completely free. And here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and call this home base, and from here we're gonna go ahead and start building out our fish farm. And if you guys haven't played the game recently, it's literally always raining out in the ocean. I don't know why that is, but you're gonna have to deal with it because yeah, there's nothing I could really do. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is following the steps for this method. So what we're gonna do is we're essentially gonna build out a grid. And for the sake of making this as easy to follow as possible, I'm going to be using 2 different floor colors. And basically, all we're going to do to start is throw 1 floor down like this. Keep in mind, we're going to be using these 16 by 2 floors the entire time. Then after we put down the first one, we're going to go ahead and snap it off by 2 spaces. So 2 studs there. We got this little gap. And as long as you can build that, you can basically do this method because we're just going to rinse and repeat. Like I said, I'm using different colors all the way through just so you guys can see the difference because that's going to come into play a little bit later. Okay, and as you guys can see, we just went ahead and built out a little bit more, and we're very close to being done. All we gotta go ahead and do next is build the same exact thing, except we have to leave 6 spaces in between. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 stud gap there. Once again, we're gonna go ahead and leave another 2 stud gap like that, and build the same exact thing you just built. And bang, once you built it back this way, you basically built out the framework of this thing. The more of these rows you do build, though, the more efficient that this fish farm will be. So if you want to make this the most efficient that it could possibly be, go ahead and make a 16 block gap here. And after you do that, you can go ahead and once again, rinse and repeat. Okay, so like I said, expanding it is a good idea. So I went ahead and made a few more rows of this. Now, like I said, you're going to want some epic bait buckets for this tactic here. So we've got quite a bit, and all we got to go ahead and do now is throw them. But you got to keep in mind one thing when you're doing this is that bait buckets will only stay if they're around 32 studs away from each other, which is essentially why I went ahead and color coded this thing. Because as you can see, every single one of these floor pieces is 16 studs. So 16 times 2, obviously, that's going to be 32, which means right here is where we can go ahead and throw the next bait bucket. So let's go ahead and throw it in. And as you can see, both of them are here now. Neither one despawned, which is exactly what we're looking for. And now that that's understood, let's go ahead and continue throwing these. Okay, and just like that, we went ahead and threw a bunch of bait buckets in between. That's the entire strategy. And as you could just see behind me when I was talking, a fish just jumped out of the water and it gets captured on our grid for us to easily walk up and collect. That's the entire method right there. And oh my goodness, there's some happening behind us as well. We just got another jellyfish. Okay, we just got another one. Guys, this method works really, really well, as you can see. Oh my goodness, it just keeps popping up. So with this method, you should be able to catch any fish in the game that's able to be spawned in each individual spot that you're doing this in, if that makes sense. For instance, I'm in the ocean, obviously, but if I went ahead and did this inside of the desert, I could get that thermal fish that I'm waiting for with my illuminator, because I still don't have one of those on my player. That's what I'll be doing in the future, because obviously I'm going to be fishing a lot more with this method. And let's go ahead and walk around. Let's see if there's any more fish popping out. It's pretty random, and there's really no way you could actually control it, especially because this is so passive. You can completely go AFK and just let the fish pop up just like that. As you can see behind us here, we just got 2 more while I was speaking. Dude, this is just insane. Obviously, these are just orange floppers, but you do have the chance at getting lucky and obviously getting some of those harder to get fish. And oh, wait, that looks different. Okay, what fish did we just get there? Wait, what is that? Oh, okay, it's just a blue flopper. I thought that was something cooler, but yeah, as you can see, we're just getting every single type of fish. What's this? A black and blue shieldfish. Okay, nice. Now, I've done enough explaining. You guys see the method right in front of us, but I want to show you how well it really does work. So we're going to pick up this shieldfish that we just got right here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and sit AFK for a little bit. I'll let you know exactly how long I sit here for, but yeah, we're literally about to pull up a chair. I'm going to go ahead and sit here. We're just going to take a nice look at this thing. And like I said, I'll see you guys pretty soon. Okay, and I am finally back. I think it's been about 30 minutes, and honestly, not bad. As you can see, we're going ahead and collecting some of these, and we got some interesting ones like a yellow slurp fish. I don't even know if I have that discovered yet in my world, and as we're going along, we're still getting more popping up. I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many can be on the floor, so I would actually check in more than every 30 minutes. But still, even with the method that we went ahead and used today, we opened up our inventory. You can see we got quite a bit of fish, and guys, like I said, we're just in the normal ocean, and there's so many different places you can do this to catch different and more unique type of fish. These are the very, very basic ones that have been in since day one. But like I said, there's a lot of other places you can do this method. For instance, you can do it over in the Frostlands. You could do it over in the Dry Valley and any lakes. You might even be able to do this in a cave. I'm not too sure. But like I said, anywhere where there's not as many waves, you're going to want to only build up 5. Today, we obviously built up 6. And in the original tutorial, again, from Lego Moxie that we're using today as a reference, he suggests that you do it in the ocean 7 levels above. So, hey, maybe if you do it 7 instead of 6 like I did, you could even get more fish than I did. I'm sure I'll test it later on in a different video, but for today, that's basically all I wanted to show off. It's a very, very good way to get fish if you're lazy like me and you just don't want to actually go fishing. So I'll keep this here, but we're going to abandon it for now and go back over to the Dry Valley. And we need to get ourselves over to a lake just like this one. And my goodness, this thing looks gorgeous, but we're putting our method to the test because obviously I'm showing you guys exactly how to do it, but I need to see if it'll actually be useful for my scenario here. Because like I said, I haven't had an illuminator on this world. If I go to my codex, I don't have the thermal fish discovered. Wherever it is, it's somewhere in here. I don't really know. But yeah, we need an illuminator. And obviously, we're going to go ahead and test this once again, but it's hard to even see where the water starts here. I believe it's right about here. That should be about perfect. So we'll go ahead and build up 5. That's 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Once again, we'll try to be quick on this tutorial here, but we're just going to go ahead and build out to a nice spot where we have some room. And I'm just going to build this real quick. If you need a tutorial, obviously earlier in the video, I did it, but I'm going to do the same exact thing right now. Okay, and we just went ahead and built another one of these farming grids here. And one thing you got to remember is that once you build this once, it's basically here forever unless you break it. It sounds obvious, but it is really underrated because you will be able to come here anytime you might need a random fish. But again, we're just going to go ahead and go 32 studs. Go ahead and throw one, go another 32 and throw another one. And then we're basically going to do the same exact thing the entire way through. And there we go. It looks like we already have a few fish that popped out. Obviously, here we're looking for the thermal fish, so I'm interested to see if we actually get it, but I'm hearing a lot of fish splashing. Okay, and it's all orange floppers so far. I see one over there. Is that another orange flopper? Oh, okay. So myth confirmed, you can get a thermal fish from here, which is really, really good. This is the first one I think I've ever found. I don't know why it didn't give me the notification, but I do need just a few more, and then I can hopefully get myself my illuminator, because like I said, I've been needing that for a while. And yeah, just me moving around here, you can see how useful this is. We're basically just getting a consistent stream of fish popping up, and I'm not an expert in fishing, so I honestly don't know if you can get thermal fish during the day. Either way, I guess I'll just kind of hang out and see if any pop up. And did we just find the answer to our question? Is that a thermal fish? Oh, wait. No, it's not. That's awkward. I thought it was. Yeah, lots of orange floppers here. Not a lot of thermal fish during the day. And I just let a few fish stack up so we can see what we got. And again, I unfortunately don't think we got any thermal floppers. Yeah, no, we didn't. It could just be that I'm getting unlucky right now. Maybe they do spawn during the day, or maybe somebody can help me in the comments. Like I said, I kind of suck at fishing. But speaking of, let's see if we can actually just pull one out of the water real quick. Attempt number one, we're actually just going to throw that back into the water. We do not need those. Bro, dude, we get so many of these. Oh, we could get something good here. Nope, it's the same exact thing that's sitting on the floor. Okay. And guys, we were waiting for the night, and I think the sun's setting, but okay, we got a molten spicy fish, but we also got a thermal fish. I don't know how we just got 2 molten spicy fish. And also, this is just going crazy. I don't know what just happened to this farm, but so many fish just popped out. Hang on, there's like so many all of a sudden. Okay, we got molten spicy fish, we got more of those, we got the yellow flopper, and we got another thermal fish. Dude, okay, we're cooking. I honestly still don't know how to get the illuminator. Maybe it'll be on my crafting bench now. I think that the thermal fish can only come out when the sun is setting or close to it. We just caught our 5th one. We're gonna catch a few more because why not while we're here. And guys, my game crashed, and when I loaded back in, all of my bait buckets were gone, and unfortunately I don't have any more, so that calls for me to go home. And guys, I know I'm putting you on a fishing strat today, but this is a new strat to fight a brute. It's called the Kaz method from here on out, and yeah, it's absolutely goated. As you can see, this guy's got absolutely no... Oh my goodness, I almost got ground pounded. But this guy's got absolutely no moves on me, bro. What is he gonna do? All I'm doing is flying and shooting an arrow at him. Holy cow, he can't even hit me with his poison ball. Okay, and maybe like one more shot and he should be down. Here we go. Last shot, trick shot, 360 no scope. And I missed it. Okay. Well, honestly, that strat is pretty good. We'll go ahead and take the brute scale and let's actually get home now. But guys, mission accomplished. We can come over here to our crafting bench, go to the charm section and find ourselves the illuminator, which as you can see, takes some thermal fish. And courtesy of our new fishing method, we do have enough for that now. And wow, this is going to feel so nice to finally have the fireflies above my head again. Dude, it's been so long since I've had this. It's actually insane. I've honestly kind of gotten used to playing the game without it, but with it, it's going to be so nice. And I'm sure there's actually some of you watching that might not even know what the illuminator does. So let me go ahead and show you a quick example. And the perfect place to go for that is going to be over here where we still haven't built a village, but there is a cave up here. And going inside of it, you can see that immediately it just lights everything up so much nicer. I know this isn't new, and if you play the game quite often, this isn't surprising to you. But yeah, if I take this thing off, you'll see what a big difference it does make. And wow, especially for the videos, I can't believe I didn't get one of these sooner, because sometimes I'd be in caves and the videos were really dark. So yeah, that's no more. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments if you're going to be trying this method, and I highly suggest you do before Lego Fortnite probably ends up patching it. To be honest with you, I would be surprised if they kept it in, but hey, you never know. Either way, new update coming tomorrow, which is going to be super cool. I'll have a video up on that as soon as possible. But it's been your boy Kaz. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.